completed. Commoner. Jump completed. Zeltros.
Hey everyone, I'm Zero Time and welcome to another Star Wars Interworlds X4 mod stream. So, as usual, I've been doing a bit of stuff off stream, mainly earning enough money to buy some more ships. But I've also increased my rep with one faction, Arnott. I can't remember what the actual faction name is, apart from Arnott something. Just so I could get a different defense station module, which unfortunately I was planning to use it in... Let's find the station. In this station as like the top part of the build. But let's add one of these. It's actually slightly smaller than I thought it would be.
Jump completed. Umbara.
So, yeah. Maybe if I knew that before I built this, it would look alright, but I spaced it out so it could fit a normal defense or admin center. So yeah, it could work. But I'm contemplating doing something else. But yeah, it was kind of designed it so it could integrate defense modules into it, or admin center I should call them, because these aren't designed to be connected by the bottom, only the sides. It's actually designed around this admin center. See, it fits
Jump
nicely, but I don't like the look of it. So yeah, that was something I did. Unfortunately, it turned out not to be worth it. But the good thing is I do have a station up in Arnott space, which is bringing some money. The other thing I did was change this defense platform around. Originally I just did something like this one, which is just admin center, dock, no guns or anything, just to get my rep up with the New Republic so I could buy the ships. But because I'm eventually planning to go to war with the Imperial faction down here, or at least one of them, I thought it would be a good idea to actually turn this into a proper defense station and use the new modules. So I've kind of made this interesting design. I could probably add some more towns to it, but for now this will do. Plus I need to get some capital ship shield blueprints so I can fully kit out turrets on this, because I can't actually put shields on the turrets right now, which is not exactly the ideal thing. I can do it on the medium turrets just because they use medium shields, but I don't have any. Well, I presume it requires large shields. And I've also got this nice new module up here to make it look. I don't know, I'm kind of debating if it really works, but I kind of like the module look. I actually think it might be designed so you can stick it in that round hole area there. And of course it's got a dock on the back. And unlike on my other station, this dock actually integrates properly in this
Jump completed. Land
station.
release.
Oh yeah, so I do need to get some resources to it because no one's delivering any advanced electronics, field coil, shield components or turret components. But since I'm not currently planning to go to war in this stream, it should be fine. Plus I kind of want to get a bigger fleet than what I currently have with my biggest ship being the Architects, which is part of what I'm going to be doing this stream because I actually have the money to do it. So what do I currently have 48 available cash, 48 million. I have 51 million in the station accounts. Might just go grab some of that. So yeah, Arnott High Tech Factory is bringing income. My Balmora High Tech Factory is also my other one, which is bringing me income. Bastion, I actually kind of want to go and dismantle this station. I only built it just so I could get my rep up high enough to buy some new station modules off the Empire. But I technically don't need it, and currently the way it's set up, it's not really making much money. And my Lawful High Tech Factory, unfortunately it doesn't make that much money, just because it's got too much competition. There's just too much resources around where I've got set up. But I am planning to expand my stations in that sector, so I have some more advanced materials, so even if that isn't selling its material, it can be used in production of other things. But I have to set that up, and I have to decide whether I'm going to try to split some of the production up into different stations or not. Because one thing I found in the base game is if you have, so when you've got miners on your station, if you have multiple different types of solids it's mining, there's a lot of the time you'll find that one of the solids is nice and full, or you know, you've got enough to do the production, but the other ones never has any been mined, or it's so little it's not keeping up with the production. So I think at least the base components, it's actually good to have it separated into separate stations, because the game's not, I don't think the game's clever enough to go, oh, you have 8 miners, so let's put 4 on this material, this mineral, and 4 on this other mineral. Or gas. Actually gas, I tend to notice that a lot more. Depends on what you're producing though, because some things don't require much. And then you're fine. But yeah, so I'm contemplating.
Jump completed.
Just check the sector. Yep, silicon 17. Yeah, 171 million. Okay, so that's fine. So yeah, I'm contemplating set up a silicon factory, possibly with some thing which requires a different gas as well. I'd have to see what the requirements for higher tier things like silicon wafers. I don't think, actually I'm not sure what the requirements for silicon wafers are, so let's go encyclopedia, uses energy cells and silicon. Okay, so that's fine. So I can make a station which just does silicon.
Jump completed.
Then
Javim.
smart chips requires silicon wafers, energy cells. Okay, that's good. The one thing... Do I have microchip? Microchip. Okay, so yeah, I could just set up a silicon factory and basically just make microchips and, well, smart chips and then microchips. I currently don't have the microchip blueprint because it costs a bit and I'd rather spend that on chips right now. I have a few chips I want to buy. So I'm thinking, because I don't want to go straight to the Venture, even if I can afford it right now. It is kind of tempting though. Very tempting. Just to go this. But at the same time, if I go that, I'd be less inclined to try out some of the smaller ships. So what I'm kind of thinking is get myself a victory. It's only going to cost 21. Technically would buy 2 of these. And I actually want to buy another dreadnought. And the reason the last one got destroyed was I went to solo a station in it and didn't do too good. Unfortunately. It had really nice damage output. It destroyed a module of the station pretty quickly, but then it got completely wrecked. And so I'm kind of worried that that's what's going to happen to this victory. It's got more shields, like twice the shields, almost. And so once I change the shields around, it might be a bit different. It's got similar hull points, but more importantly, it's got a bit more firepower. And I'm hoping to set it up so it has a reasonable range on its guns, but I think the only problem is most of the guns aren't the best. Like this one's only 9 kilometers. Like range wise, that is. The quad turbo lasers are absolutely horrible range, 6.9. And if I want to be taken on stations with this thing, I need the range. But yeah, I want to get this to try it out. Actually, I should just buy that now while I'm talking, because otherwise I'm wasting time. Also, actually, I normally go minimum just so I can get an idea what's good shields. So apparently the light L light PK 663 flow are actually reasonably good shields. Yeah, no, I like those. Okay, that'll be a good one for engines. With that, I can just go back to high presets once I know the shields for that. There's not really any choice with the main shields. I'm not sure. For what I want to do, ion cannons aren't going to be useful. Apart from the 11 kilometer range, but they don't do any hull damage, so, or they do very small amount actually. They do a lot of shield damage. Like if I'm versing another ship, these could be good. But I'm not. I'm going to be versing things like stations. So I want firepower and range, which is why I'm not going with the quads, because the quads give me more firepower, but they don't have the range. And if I'm versing stations, I want range. So I don't have much choice in these turrets. Should actually check which shield I want. Not sure if these are really the best shields to choose. Rapid or quad? Rapid will be longer range. Quads are 6.9, rapids are 9. Yep, okay. Flow is a good one. Light missile launcher. So I've been going with the dual lasers lately just because they have longer range. Even so, what I'd really like to get my hands on is the RH8 dual lasers, because same range, actually no, better range, and I think they do more damage. Yeah, they do more damage, so they would be good ones to get, but I can't get them. Or at least I can't get them in this sector of the galaxy. The New Republic sells them, so maybe some point off stream I might send the Victory, if it survives, over to get some of those. But yeah, I've been going with duals because longer range. Ah, good old missiles. I have to remember to set my missile launcher up correctly on this ship. Should only attack probably fighters, since they're light concussion missiles. Man, a Victory 1 would be interesting. So this is the Victory 2, but a Victory 1 is supposed to have, I think it's 80 anti-capital ship torpedo launchers on this little wing section here. So that would be kind of interesting to see how the game would handle that. Don't know if... You know what? I'm going to stick with 19 Marines. It's probably a waste of money, but it means I can technically do boarding actions with this ship if need be. I just have a feeling that anything I want to board would probably have more than 90 crew on it. But yeah, there we go. One victory. Hopefully I haven't forgotten anything. Give me 35 million to spend on something else, which I'm not sure if I can do it, but I'm just going to check. No, I don't have. Don't have the license to buy it. What I wanted to do was buy one of these, a Vindicator, because I kind of like them. They're like little mini Star Destroyers, smaller than a Victory, hopefully faster than a Victory, with a lot of guns. But I need to probably build pardon me, I need to build, I think, some defense stations in contested Imperial sectors. To get my citizenship level up to the right thing. So just need to take a drink. Yeah, so to get different ship licenses and stuff, you need different I suppose citizenship levels? I'm not sure the exact phrase to say, but yeah, so you just for military ship licenses, you just need resident access, which requires a production station, credit transactions of 50k. Advanced module licenses for things like the Empire, just a million credits, and that's pretty similar with most factions. Some have less requirements, like Mandalorians, Arnott, and the Hutt Cartel. Yeah, Cartel. So capital ship licenses require military access, which requires for Empire one frontier defense station and a production station, which I already have. So I just need to build probably this defense station. And since I might go to war eventually with this faction, with the Empire, I need to make it an actual proper one, which is going to cost a bit. Maybe 10 mil. I can't remember how much it cost me to build that other one. But yeah. I kind of wish there was a bit more... Like, this is technically also a base game thing, but a bit more levels in your ship licenses. So, as you're getting reputation up and such, you might get access to some of the capital ships, but not all of them. Like, you might get only the large ones and need a separate license for XL size. But that might be a horrible idea, so who knows. Oh, and in between streams I've been using this to get around the galaxy because it's fast, but I have another ship I want to start using for that. I'm not sure if it's at this station though. I don't think it is. I think I purposely put it on the station to upgrade it. Let's see, Nubian. Yep, it's Mon Camo Wharf. So, actually, what ships do I have at this station? I think I have an XJ here. Yes, I do. Is it on the same area as I am? This could be awkward. Yeah.
Please note that any space suite consumption aboard this
I think
station
those
is
might need
against
to
the
be
law.
integrated a bit better into this platform. I don't know how I'm supposed to get back up there. Well, I do. The simple way is just use the fast travel thing.
X-Wing
I just
XJ3.
didn't want to have to. Yeah, I wanted to approach it from outside, but I couldn't do that. Yeah, bought this last stream. Pretty sure ended the stream on basically going to it. And I haven't actually tried it out. From memory, I've modded it out. Fortunately, can't get out of this ship because that hasn't loaded, but it is animated. I did fly this around a tiny bit off stream, didn't fight anything with it, but when I landed, this actually lowered. So I think it's just a case of if it's newly built or you load it into the game, it doesn't lower, so you can't get out of the ship. So, let's just...
Docking aborted. Docking granted.
Is it... where's it sending me to? So this is one weird thing I've noticed. Normally when you press docking when you're inside a docking bay, it'll send you to a pad in that docking bay. But for some reason with these ones, it'll send you to a different docking bay. Anyway, so should open that little hatch down the back. Yeah, there we go. I don't know why, if it's already landed and you load into the game or it's been just freshly built, it doesn't. But yeah, this is how you get out. And I'm pretty sure last stream I said that you couldn't get out, but you
Hello
can.
there.
It's just, yeah. The ship doesn't always animate that section. And this is how you get back in, which I actually really like, because it feels like you're actually going into it properly. Anyway, so gonna go check out the Nubian. Seems I might go fight that
LEG
first.
77E. Docking granted.
And if I'm gonna blow up, I am teleporting out of this ship,
Docking aborted.
because I don't want to reload the game. Especially since the save has me in Kuwait, which is not horrible distance away, but it's at least 2 minutes away from here by one of my faster ships. Somewhere up here. No, not here. It's here. Down here. There's Kuwait. So a few places it's got to go through to get there. I have a feeling that's going to die before I get to it. Yep. That's a lot of missiles. Man. So I've just noticed the text on the view screen down there. It's slightly annoying. It makes it hard to see some stuff, like grey things on the radar. Like, for the most part, I just use the radar for finding loot boxes. Nothing. Oh, there is a single fighter there. Just remembered something, or maybe I didn't do it. This save. Oh no, it might be there. I remember there was a fighter which bailed somewhere in this sector. So I might go try to pick that up at some point. But either way, need to check out the Nubian and upgrade it. Because I'm pretty sure I can get some nice speeds out of it.
Jump beacon. Fill out.
I actually have a feeling that, at least what all the ships I've seen so far, the Nubian might be the fastest one. At least in travel drive. Like, I think its base travel speed is, I'm going to say 7,700 meters a second, but I'm not 100%
Jump
sure on that.
completed. Fill out.
Which means it's faster than this modded X-Wing. So once I add the mod, it should be 8,000 and something. Which will be very good. Or getting around this gigantic galaxy.
Jump completed. On calamari. A-Wing RZ-1 Wharf. Civilian ship A. Container. Docking granted.
I still love that little thing. It's just like, how to get out of this ship? Use the cargo bay.
Thanks for your help.
I might go to the ship dealership
Thank you.
first before we go check out the actual ship itself, just so I can upgrade it. I think I pretty much just want to upgrade its engines, M ships. That's have I actually done any upgrades on this ship? No, and I also don't have many upgrades available, so I might not upgrade this because I'll probably want to upgrade the Victory Star Destroyer when I've got it built. I need to go start collecting ship parts again. So, pretty much, I'm not sure which one I want to improve. Thruster or just travel speed. Like, what's the negative to travel speed? Engine forward thrusts to 318, travel speed to 8,419. Or just go forward thrust, almost gets me to 8,000, but still the fastest ship. And more importantly, I can potentially get away from any fights I get into. Which is a good thing because this ship has no guns. Which, yeah, kind of don't want to get into fights with this ship. And I don't, actually maybe external sensor range. From memory, just reduces ship hull points, and I'm not too fussed about that. I'm not fighting this ship. I'm just flying it around. So, yeah, so that's now, I think, my fastest scout. Or my fastest ship. It's not really a scout. Might end up using it as one, but yeah. I think it's faster than my quad jumper. I have to see what the base quad jumper speed is. Where is the mining guild? Dock. CSA, mining guild. Okay, no. Nope, the quad jump is still the fastest. I forgot it had something insane like an 8,000 travel speed, so yeah, I still might use this ship for travelling around, the Nubian for travelling around. I'm not going to fast travel to it, because I want to come and see it from the outside. Actually, what I'm really interested to see is how shiny it is, because it's a chrome ship, and at least in the view it didn't look very shiny, but kind of looks nice here. I do wish the screen space reflections were a bit better in this game. Sometimes I feel it could be better quality or even better ray tracing. That's not going to happen though. I'll be very surprised if Egosoft adds ray tracing to the game, just because it's going to take a lot of effort probably to get into this engine and working with how they've already done everything. Unless if they just do reflections, in which case it's fine.
Please note that
Look, the
any
ramp doesn't even
space
touch
weight
the ground.
consumption aboard this station is against the law.
There. Oops, can I get around? Not sure how much you can explore with this ship. Interesting. Little side corridors. A doorway too high or too short for me to get through, so this is the gonk room. These look like they don't open. Yep. That's interesting.
Nubian.
So where does that... Oh, that's the teleporter. Actually, this is one part I was kind of curious about. How good or bad is the view from inside? It's actually not too bad. Because if you look from outside, yeah, it's this sort of segmented windshield. And I've always wondered if, yeah, it'll be a pretty bad view. But it's actually not too bad. Like, the part it's got a really nice view. And if you stand back here, it's alright. Yep, that's the teleporter. Kind of wish you could just sit in one of these chairs. Access gunnery control on a ship with no guns. So yeah, this is a nice looking little ship. And hopefully it flies good. Is Victory 2 is finished. Excellent. I'm just thinking if there's any modifications I want to make to it, and I have a feeling the answer is no. Yeah, I don't think the Mon Calamari shipyards had anything interesting. So I'm going to have it fly down into this sector. I'll probably get it blown up again by the Vong station. At least that's what happened to the Dreadnought. But I know at least I actually know what I want to do before I do anything else, is I want to increase some of its guns range. Even if it's only a tiny amount. And with reduced damage as well. Having longer range may benefit me greatly. So I'm going to have it docked down at 1 kmr shipyards. Just see if there's anything interesting happening. Wait, what? Is that abandoned hard cell transport? Why is it showing up on an area I've not explored? I really want to go check that out. That is Intriguing. If it is an abandoned hard sell, I may be able to get myself another capital ship. Even so, it's in enemy territory, so I don't think I'll actually be able to capture it right now. Take command. What's the complement on this ship? So I can fit 8 Marines on board. Why not? I can regret buying those later. I also can regret going and flying off in the ship. I'm going to save because I'm just as likely to get blown up. And because it's 2 systems away from my nearest ship, I can't teleport out if I get destroyed. Which makes me think I should actually put a ship in the system beforehand. Like, maybe send one of the X-Wings to a station there. Or if I'm lucky, one of my salvage ships will be in that sector. So, where's that X-Wing? That's way too far away. Did I ever upgrade the shields on this? Yep, I did. Okay, good. Yeah, I found that New Republic has some better shields for fighters. Go dock at that station. So yeah, I had to go and send it to get upgraded in New Republic space. What's my... Can I check what my reflection setting is at? Let's see... I forgot there's upscaling in this. Oh yeah, you can even see what my video card is, RTX 2070, and what my monitor is. Adaptive VSync, card correction off. I'm actually a bit surprised I got VSync on. I have a habit of turning it off if I want high frames, just because sometimes you can get better frame rates with VSync off. Texture core, G-shadow, soft shadows, SSAO, glow. Not sure why I have chromatic aberration on. And it would also require me remembering exactly what it does. I think for memory it puts weird colours around stuff or something. I can't remember. Low. So let's see what happens if I go medium reflections. Hopefully it doesn't do anything weird apart from kill my frame rate. Yeah, it's a bit better, yeah. The lines aren't quite as bad, but it's still very shimmery, which I'm not sure if it's the material of this ship or if it's just how they work in this game.
Jump beacon, Vilalt. Jump completed, Vilalt.
Okay, yeah, so chromatic aberration is fringes of color along boundaries that separate dark and bright parts of an image caused by colors not properly focusing because of lenses or something like that. Which means I'm going to go turn it off. Because one less graphic setting. On is always good.
Jump beacon. Javim.
And I doubt I even noticed that was on in the first place. But and technically I can experience that in real
Jump
life because I wear
completed.
glasses
Javim.
and rather high
Jump
powered
beacon.
ones at that.
Kubindi.
It's interesting, in some areas this material doesn't seem to work as well. Like, it's now all grey.
Awaiting orders.
Wiring long probe.
Jump
I don't know
beacon.
what that ship was
Yedu.
doing. I think I had it scouting something. Yeah, I had it scouting some stations in this sector. What do we have? High-tech, high-tech, and ship technology, okay. Yeah, I'm just slowly putting up satellites in New Republic space for my trade ships. It's probably part of the reason my Balmora, I think it is, factory does reasonably good, because it has a lot of stations that it knows it can trade with, thanks to my satellite network up there. That, and there's umpteen different shipyards and wharfs around there, because you got KDY, you got New Republic.
Jump completed. Yedu.
What else is there? KDY, New Republic, Rebel Alliance. Actually, I want to find the Rebel Alliance shipyard at
RSL
some
transport
point.
frigate.
There's Korean Engineering, there's Rendili shipyards. Yeah, there's a lot of different factions up there. I think it is. This, I'm very surprised by this, I have to admit. I was not expecting to find an actual it's just a transport. Either way, Nelside's transport is a necessary bad thing to get my hands on. I'm just a bit surprised there's a abandoned one down here. So yeah, no crew. Problem is I'm gonna probably need to bring something like the Victory to secure
Jump
it.
beacon. Kubindi.
Or maybe even my Architens. Doesn't look... Might be able to get away with the Architens. Anyway, I need to move because I'm going to get shot at soon. Yeah, Architens should do. Unless... Oh, no, maybe not. And Did I... Nope, no satellites on board. So yeah, probably bring in my Victory. Just so, unless if they bring something like one of the cavalry ships, I should be fine. Then go grab that thing. Few of my Architens can verse a single hard cell, but I think unless if I'm flying it, it probably won't win.
Awaiting orders.
And there's not a single one. Anyway, there's 2 of them here.
Jump completed. Kubindi.
Okay, X-Wing can go back to... Might just send it over to here. I need to go to Mon Calamari shipyards and mod my victory.
Jump beacon. Javim.
Actually, how much money do I have? Because the other thing I can do is go buy myself some New Republic ships as well. But they won't get to this side of the galaxy for quite a while. So 42. And so thinking on it, the only ships I probably want, at least of the large size, is maybe a Pelter class or one of the Mon Calamari
Jump completed. Javim.
cruisers. Like the smaller one, the MC6s I think they are. So I'm not sure if I like their design, they look a bit too stumpy and short for how thick they are. Actually, they might be NC40s.
Jump beacon. Jump completed. Vilalt. Autopilot. Engaged.
Let's see, where's New Republic shipyard? There it is. Fear I could buy it from Mon Calamari, but the capital ship license costs 200 million, so I kind of don't want to spend that much when I've already got the license for New Republic ones. MC40A. Okay. That MC40As. I have to admit, I find them a bit thick. Too thick for my liking. Actually, my favorite interpretation of this is the one from X-Wing Alliance Upgrade.
Jump
I've always
completed.
liked that model.
Mon Calamari.
And so I think that one probably needs a upgrading of itself since it's pretty old. These things have insane shields. I mean shield points. I'm actually not sure which one I'd get. Would it just the light cruiser or the torpedo cruiser? Technically a dreadnought's better than
Disengage.
both, apart from its shield points are like half. And its recharge is half as well if you get it from New Republic. But it's got more firepower. Actually, I might just buy another dreadnought. Not from the New Republic though. Actually, the other one I wanted to look at was the Pelter, which I think's a large ship. Yeah. It's basically, I think, equivalent to an Arc-10s. I'm pretty sure the Arc-10's got small firepower than it. Also, these XV8 turbolasers, I think they are interesting. They're small and they do more well, okay, they do more damage, but they have, from memory, insane range, like 9.2 compared to some of the other ones. Single ones always seem to do better, but yeah. Can't remember if they do more damage than a single. They do. I still find it slightly weird
Shipyard.
that docking port over there for capital ships is upside down. So your ship always ends up upside down when it docks to this station. I mean, technically there's no up in space, but still. Still slightly off-putting.
Requesting permission to dock.
And
Docking permission granted.
this is going to go horrible. This is when having... Oh, I've gone under the deck, I think. Yep, I had. Yeah, this is when having docking computer Mark IIs are good. When you have some weird docking issues. I just also had bad experiences with docking computer Mark IIs. Oh, I've gone right through the thing, I think. Okay. See if I can land properly. There we go. Yeah, I still think there's something weird with screen splice reflections in this game.
Hello there.
Not sure how much I'm going to end up using that ship, but I thought I'd buy it anyway. What is this ship's speed? 136. I don't know if I can be bothered. Let's just see. 156. Boost speed. Maybe I'll give it a speed boost. I don't know. That is my last engine mod though. So I need to go pick up some more basic engine fuel injectors. Somehow I don't have many. So I'm not sure exactly what turrets I want to upgrade. I think I'm gonna... These ones along here, I want to increase the range so they're closer to 10k. Let's see... Projectile lifetime, is it? I think it's projectile lifetime I want. 10%. So the current range is 9. 10% increase will be 9.9 kilometers. Technically, projectile speed would also increase range. The problem is, which is one thing I forgot last stream when I was talking about this, was if you install this mod, you get minus 20 projectile lifetime. So even so you get faster projectile speed, you don't actually get the extra range with that. So yeah, extra range, you have to go projectile lifetime, which unfortunately gives you a 10% decrease, but it's not huge and it's a bit more range. I just wish there was a way to tell how it's affected turrets. Like, it would be nice if there was an extra information panel or something around this side or somewhere telling you how it affects the damage, the speed, the range of your turret you're currently modifying. Because all you can tell is how much it's affected your total average turret output, and you can't even tell what range it's affected. But yeah, so that group, I kind of want to keep my other rapids full damage, which means they'll stay low range. Plus they're a bit further back. I think they're... oh man, it's hard to see in this ship. It's just pure white. But yeah, I think they're here along the side of the superstructure or terrace. In theory, these are they X17 or XI17? I don't know, I'm never sure what the correct one is. But I could increase these ones' range as well. There's 10 of them, so if I increase it to by 10%, it will be 1.10, so it'll be 11 kilometer range on them. And since they're a bit more forward on the ship as well, that's not the right thing. Yeah, they're a bit more forward. They'll also fire sooner than some of my other guns, even if the other guns were longer range. So I might do that. There's more Ds as well. And I think that's all I'm going to do because I don't have enough mods to really do much more projectile modding. Not that there's much else I'd want to mod. Maybe do some sort of mod to my dual lasers, but I don't know. Maybe projectile speed so they hit targets more reliably. Because there's actually no real downside to the projectile speed mod. Because it should be the same range. The only difference is the projectiles fly faster, which makes them better at hitting targets. I think the only other one you'd really want on anti-fighter would be rotation speed mod. And maybe reload. Maybe reload might be something else to consider. Because if it fires faster, like fires more per second, that can also be good against fighters. But I don't know what the downside of that is. And I don't think there's really anything else I want to do. If I do additional armor rating from memory, it reduces draft speed and acceleration, or draft acceleration? I'm not sure. But I can't be bothered. The ship's already got reasonable hull points. And I more care about the shields. Which reminds me, maybe I should look at the shields. So, shield capacity or shield recharge, 15% increase of either. I'm not sure if I really care. Because if you do recharge, you lose shield points. If you do shield points, you lose recharge rate. So either way, there seems to be some sort of negative to it. Anyway, what I want to do is clear some of these out before I enter the sector. Because I know from previous experiences, you come into this sector and my freighters are under attack, there's a good chance I'll lose them. So I'll just have bring the victory in by itself, and then have my current ships help get rid of some of these stuff. And hopefully I can finally take up the Von Beacon. And so while I'm waiting for that, I will, I think, build myself another dreadnought. Because, yeah, I lost the last one, but I stupidly attacked a tower. Not a tower. Stupidly attacked a station with it. And the ship doesn't move fast enough to escape this station. Like, if you look at it, it's got almost the whole points of a victory, which is crazy considering this ship's a lot smaller than a victory. It's only 300 meters, I think, shorter, but the victory is probably twice as wide. Well, it's actually probably 3 times as wide as this. So yeah, its hull point's pretty good for its size. Shields are kind of, yeah. But the firepower is pretty good as well, is the other thing. So, oh, and it's even cheaper than the last time I bought one. Last time it was like 12 million, this time it's 11 million and something. And I'm probably going to call it something like Dreadnought's Revenge or something. Just because I can. That Victory Star Destroyer is going to take ages to get out of here. Oh, I was about to say, I wish there was a bit more activity going on, but there's some here, but this ain't gonna... this isn't gonna go well for Independent Commerce Guild. They're versing 1, 2, 3, yeah, 4, 6, 7 Architects. Yeah, they are Architects against what? 3 hard cells? And they only have 2 AEG patrol corvettes. And looks like they have no reinforcements, so I don't think they'll be winning this fight somehow, but you never know. I'm not sure how well hard cells perform out of battle, like out of sector battles. But in sector, I'm pretty sure the Architects can take them one on one. I think the hard cell's main advantage is they have a ton of forward guns, which actually might help them out of sector, because I think fixed forward guns tend to work a bit better than turrets out of sector. Possibly because they just do more damage. But yeah, so they might lose. The thing is, it's still 7 Arc-10s. So they probably lose at least 1, maybe 2. Is that a building ship? No. Maybe 3, I don't know. Well, either way, that one's probably going to go. So it looks like by the time they get this one might have lost its shields and maybe lost some of its hull points. Of course, if I really want this to go in the favour of for CSA, I just need to go in sector, but truthfully I don't. Because I want a bit of conflict down this side of the galaxy. And I think partly because I've been helping out around here with some base resources, they're kind of, the CSA has been doing pretty good. Plus their only enemy, I think, actually no, I think they are enemies with the Empire, but the main enemy is Independence Commerce Guild. Okay, that's... those guys have got rid of those guys. Good. Doesn't look like there's anything else here. So... looks like it's time to teleport into this sector and hopefully not get blown up again. Where's my... what do I actually have in Mon Calamari? A-Wing. Actually, a Delta 7 Ava Sprite. I might use that. I just want a ship
Delta 7B.
which I don't care too much if it gets blown up. And this is one of them. Pretty much the only problem is if this gets blown up is I think it has engine mods on it. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to dock this to the Victory. So if I think the Victory is about to blow up, I can escape on that. Kind of like I did with the Dreadnought last stream. But then this thing kind of has insane firepower for its size. 4 lasers for a tiny little fighter.
Jump beacon. Lothal.
I think the main thing is it's not got too good shields or hull points.
Docking aborted.
Now I'm hoping the Vong station still has one destroyed module on it. Or at least if it's not destroyed, they haven't repaired the turrets. Because that'll give me a better chance of destroying the station. I have a feeling I'm going to lose the Victory though. Because I am still versing the entire station with just one ship. And even if it has better shields,
Jump completed. Lothal.
it just means it's going to survive a slightly longer than
Victory 2 Star Destroyer.
the Dreadnought did. Because it's got the same hull points as the Dreadnought, it's just got twice the shields. And so, in some respects, shields are better than hull because you get the regen.
Docking granted.
And on the capital ships, oh, that's very blue. Where does it want me to dock? Oh dear. Yeah, on the capital ships, there's no recharge delay. So your shield points is actually a lot more than the advertised amount because it's constantly recharging as you're getting damaged.
Hello there.
I love what happens when you get out of the seat on some of these fighters. It's just like, look at me. I'm just hanging out here, poking my head through the canopy. and of course save before going in. Even so, I have decided I'm at the stage where I will not reload the game if I just lose a ship. Only gonna reload games if obviously I die, because I have no choice, or possibly if I lose my beginning ship, which is my Arc 170, and that's a big if. So I might counteract that by just buying another one and just having that as my fighter I fly around. Just keep my Arc on my scrap station.
Yuuzhan Vong armed beacon.
Oh, there's my turrets. I was wondering where the side ones were. I think there should be some more somewhere around, but I'm not sure where. Shouldn't get too distracted, because the last thing I want to do is travel drive too close to the station. And so, I'm pretty sure the station outranges me, so at the same time, if I'm too far away, I'll be taking a lot of firepower on my approach, so we'll see how this goes. But at least when this blows up, I mean, the station, not my ship, yes. I'll have another dreadnought, and I will not be sending that in solo against one of these stations, because that'll be a horrible idea, and I can say goodbye to the dreadnought if I did that. Okay, so I want attack my current enemy. I want this set to fighters because it's a missile launch, light missile. Trying to think if I want these on defend or attack fighter. Attack fighter. Because I'm not going to be using them against the station, and it'll be fighters who are going to be the biggest threat. So, yeah, that should work out.
I'm going to wipe you out.
I think my biggest concern is that I am too far away from that station. Basically, I think if it's like some of the other heavy weapons, it's going to have a 15-kilometer range, with my turrets being the max distance I can shoot at is 11 kilometers, and that's only 5 of my turrets.
Requesting immediate backup.
Then the next best range is 9.9, which is going to have these turrets along the middle. Then finally at 9 I have the rest of my side turrets. So I'm not sure how this is going to go. I also wish there was a way to target different modules on the station, because if I could just destroy the 3 side modules, I'd be able to take out this station with ease. Because I know what range am I at now? 12. I think it was just because I was moving, but yeah, it's because I was moving, it's in range. Let's go to 11. Hopefully I won't be shot at 11. 10. There we go. Give that a go. Start shooting. So it looks like I'm out of range. Good. I don't know why only these two. Did I forget to... I think I just have very poor firing angle.
Awaiting orders.
Wow, that missile launcher fires a lot of missiles. It actually kind of feels like a waste because it's only got 200 shots. And it's firing, I don't know how many per fighter. Definitely wouldn't surprise me if it's firing 10 per fighter, which means it may only manage to destroy 20 fighters. I think that's maths. I was hoping there was going to be something nice in the drops. Oh, weapon chamber, that's good. I do need more weapon chambers. Man, those fighters hit pretty hard. Look at that. I'm not getting shot at by the station, as far as I know. And the fighters are taking my shields down. Kind of feel like the side towers could have a bit better positioning or something. I actually think I might just set all my turrets to attack fighters for now, except for maybe the single turbo lasers. I'll set back to attack my current target. Because the other ones aren't doing anything, so I might as well use them to help defend the ship. Because if I just let them keep shooting me, they're going to take the ship down eventually. I actually wish I had my Arc-10s over here as well. So yeah, look at that. My shields are down to half. And this is just against fighters, so I'm going to back up a bit. Because what I'm going to probably do is... I think we're just going to jump out into the fighter. Yep, I'm just...
Requesting immediate backup.
I need this thing to... Can't remember where the option is, but there's... Ignore. Set default response to attack to ignore, so it should hopefully not move. Because if it moves, it might move into range of the station. Get rid of that. Get rid of that.
We found something out here.
Can I... How do I... Oh no, I don't think I can get into this fighter. Oh no!
Thank you.
Delta 7B.
Wait. Oh, there we go. Okay. I should have bought escorts, because I think I'm going to lose the victory to the fighters. But if I can... Man, I'm doing good in this fight. And overheated. Come on, come on.
Get out of here.
Okay, that's good.
Yorick at.
If I can get through some of these fighters, maybe go for that one
Yorick
there. Ooh, that... A single shot from that fighter took out half my shields.
Yorick at.
Yeah, these Yorick, I don't know, Ets are nasty little fighters. I basically don't want to burst them in
Danger.
medium ships because I can't dodge their shots in medium
Yorick
ship.
at.
But the problem is, in a fighter, I don't exactly have the shields to take their hit shots. At least in a light fighter like this. So I have to hope I dodge their shots. Kind of wish I had my... Okay, I need to do a bit of dodging, get my shields back up. Need to at least have half shields.
That's radar.
Might go down my screen's place reflections.
You're ahead.
I don't need them so high. Let's see if there's better guns for the ship.
You're finished.
Okay,
You're
good.
ahead.
Actually, I'm kind of glad I didn't bring my RT-10s in, because if I had, I'd probably get destroyed by these guys. The only reason the victory's doing so well is because, well, it's tough.
Get off my radar.
Come on. Almost. Ah. I'm having trouble keeping the target. Oops, shields are down again.
Get out of here.
Come on. I just need to get one hit. Good. Okay. Don't know how my victory's doing,
You're ahead.
but I'm hoping by me providing a bit of distraction,
You're
go for
ahead.
that one. Oh. This fighter's not going to survive this fight, I think. I don't want to go too close to that station though.
Victory 2, Star Destroyer.
Nope, there goes my victory. Okay, so time to get out of here.
Explosion imminent.
Yeah, so I underestimated the fighters. I thought it would be fine. But I need... It seems I need to bring an escort in with my ship. Because... Oh man, I really want to pick up all that stuff, but I can't. Anyway, yeah, so I need to bring in escorts. Not sure what sort of fighter I'd use as an escort though. I'm no, actually I could use X-Wings. Was thinking I'm kind of limited because the CSA mainly has Clone War fighters. But... Oop! Crap. They caught up to me. Apparently they're faster than the ship. Is there... We go for that station there.
Antimatter converter factory.
And... Yeah, so CSA only has certain fighters. Basically Clone War era fighters for the most part. Which isn't necessarily bad, but you kind of want ones with reasonable shield points. Because, yeah, this one got reasonably
Identifying criminal vessels. Please
smashed
assist in
by the
pursuit.
enemy. And if it was the AI flying it, it would have died.
Requesting immediate backup.
I'm just debating, yeah, what... I might just do Arcs as escort
Jump
because they're
beacon,
pretty
long
tough
calamari.
fighters. They have a Terran on them. and reasonable firepower. I want to get out of this sector so I don't lose any of my freighters. Actually, amusing enough, I think if I moved away from the Victory, it would have survived because of, at least while its shields were up, would have survived because of its shield regen will work a lot better with low tension or out of sector combat.
Jump completed. On calamari. Shipyard.
Okay, so I've got the Dreadnought built. Question is, what capital ship do I want to build? Do I want to build another Victory? Or, depending on my finances, do I want to build a Venator? Thing is, if I build a Venator and lose it, that is a very costly investment. Like, obviously, if I really wanted to, I could easily afford it because I've got, what, at least 40,000 credits in different stations. If I'm willing to put them under their operating budgets. Which, the way they're set up, it doesn't matter if they do go under. I really need to go send some transports to that defense station. Oh yeah, I gotta admit, I'm very tempted to just buy another Victory. I actually kind of liked its performance. Yeah, it got swarmed by fighters, but that's my own fault for not giving it proper escorts. I could have gave it an Arc-10s, or maybe... Actually, this is nothing really here. But yeah, I could have got a bit better. Don't want iron cannons, I want rapid turbo lasers. Oh, it's only 3. For some reason I thought it was 5 singles.
Awaiting orders.
I do wish the singles were better positioned, because where they are currently in this little notch in the trench means they can't fire forward. But I suppose it kind of makes it more of a broadsider, which has its own advantage. I wonder if I should just go quads on the defense turrets. I don't know. Problem is, it is a reduced range on the quads. So 3.4, so 0.6 kilometers difference in range. For not a great amount more weapon output. So basically, dual lasers can stay on target longer. And if I increase their weapons speed, potentially they can hit targets more reliably at range as well. So that's going to cost me 21. Could almost buy another dreadnought. I'm contemplating, I think mods this time around, I'll just mod these. Actually, I might just mod the main turret, I'm not sure. Thing is, I kind of want these turrets to still have their firepower, I don't know. Even so, it is only 10% reduction. I'm just going to get rid of the Marines, just cut down the price slightly. Missiles, get a bit more drones. Flares can stay. Okay, so I got another victory. I have a dreadnought. Where's my... Here's my dreadnought. Just have that come down to Mon Calamari. Oh, I already had it ordered in. Never mind. Doesn't need that. It's just taking its time. So, yeah, the next question is fighters. Because after that thing, I think I need either fighters or corvettes to provide an escort. But the problem is, at least if I'm going CSA, I'm rather limited in my fighter choices. I also don't want to spend too much on these. So, yeah, I'm not sure what to do. And I wish I could actually income arcs is actually the good cannons on these things. Don't want an iron cannon on the back. Basics, yeah, that looks... Don't need trading, probably don't need targeting, computer extension. Always docking computer because you never know when they're going to have trouble. And if you take over, you don't want to have to deal with that. Get rid of the torpedoes for now. So, just want pilot and a gunner. Technically, these are 3-seaters, so you got a pilot, you got a, I don't know, weapons officer, and you got the turret gunner. But I'm not really that interested in having them fully kitted out. There's no advantage, as far as I know, to having 3 crew members on here. So, possibly just gonna do this. I don't know, I need to check what the cost is going to be for other fighters. If I can get, say, an X-Wing for cheaper, that might be a better option. It's got worse hull points, but it should have similar shield points. Actually, that's a reasonably alright shield it's got on it. 5.33 recharge is alright. Just save as arc. So, from what I remember, the Delta 7 is actually the better fighter. At least stat-wise. At slow speed, but I think apart from that, everything else is better about it. Yeah, so it's got better shields, it's got better hull points. Speed was worse on it. and better firepower. I'm not actually sure why you'd ever buy the Eta 2 or Eta 2 Actus. Maybe if they added extra guns on it, because it's supposed to have, these two things are supposed to be iron cannons, I think. So it would have the laser cannon, iron cannons or heavy cannons. Either way, it has these two side cannons, and then it's supposed to have, I think, 2 iron cannons at the front. And I actually think if they did that, it would be more competitive against Delta 7B. Even so, that speed is semi-useful. Did I make sure the engines were, the thrusters were combat on that arc? I mean, it's not a huge difference, but every single bit helps when you're making a ton of these. Not sure, but I presume MS2Bs will be better than an MS1. So this is slightly cheaper than the Arc, but it's not as survivable. Let's just get rid of that stuff. So 5 compared to, what was it, 7, 6? I can't remember. Arc was 7, let's see. If I do that, 6. So this thing's got twice the shields, probably 3 times the hull points, and barely costs more than the other one. So currently the Arc's probably better. Yeah, it's got more firepower as well. I do want to buy some of these at some point, but not versing fighters. This is for capital ships. Kind of wish I had a bit stronger shields, but that's fine. Okay, so there's that. Victory's still being built. Income Wharf, or Incom to be exact and correct, and all that stuff. So I can build XJs. Ooh, that's already looking bad. I can get better. I think I can get better shields than that though. So docking, trading. I should probably just put targeting on the Arc as well. So 761 for probably a faster fighter than the Arc. Slightly less hull points, similar shield, worse recharge delay, but I could probably change that if I mod the shields. Or not mod the shields, but change what the shields are. Why is there 2 crew? What? Oh no, that's the maximum crew, never mind. And if I plan not to put missile launchers on, nah, they might as well stay on. So, you know what? I might just buy a couple of these. Maybe buy 4 of them. They're probably going to all get destroyed because it's 4. And then also buy some Architects as well. Victory is still building. Okay, 10 minutes for victory. Oh good, I can get that to attack every fighter there. I think what I'm also going to do while I'm waiting is start getting my silicon factory up and running. Actually, how did I lay out my high-tech factory? Probably horribly, because I have a feeling I just did some weird, yeah, I did kind of a weird design. Not that I'd mind it, but it works, does what it needs to.
You're cooked. Was that supposed to be impressive? You're making a big mistake.
Set over there, so something like that. In theory, I should just not bother with this sort of range, just grab energy cells from the other one, but I like making my stations semi-self-sufficient. Actually, what I kind of want to do is try to make this a vertical station. At least I want to do that on a station in the future, but probably I might not do it on this one.
You're making a big mistake. There's plenty more where that came from.
So silicon wafer. Some point, smart chips. That should do for that.
Should I be scared?
So horizontal container.
You'll regret that.
I think if I have it facing this way, I can have.
Would you like some more?
I kind of want it facing inwards.
Get spaced. Should I be scared?
So one goes there, that there. Perfect. Doesn't take up too much space. And then let's go. Do I have an M solid vertical?
Should I?
Main reason for the vertical is because, or solid vertical is the small one doesn't have any connector. Actually, instead of that, what I'll do is I'll grab a horizontal solid and turn it. That's one thing I love is you can do that now.
You fight like an art. You don't bother me.
I love being able to turn containers like that. Nice compact. And I don't think I need any gas. Yeah, I just need silicon. Okay. Probably turn this way just for looking good.
You'll regret
And depending what I feel like, I could either copy like this, try that again because I want to just copy this sequence.
you don't bother.
There we go. 2 big containers. That should work out alright. Actually, you know what? Copy sequence, that's just... I need to reactivate or deactivate module overlap because I don't want that. Not by... Oh no, I can do it next to each other. Excellent. There we go. Maybe. Why didn't it copy that? Is that overlapping? No. Weird. Okay. Well, either way.
Awaiting
I'll
orders.
turn these around. Because that way, when I add turrets, they will be facing that way. Or if I add turrets, I'm not sure if I will. Especially if I manage to destroy the wrong structure, I won't have to worry about enemies attacking this sector. So, confirm module changes. Let's see how much this is going to cost me. 4 million. Most of it, I think, is actually this solar panel. And it's going to take 22 minutes to build that, which is annoying. And I wish there was a way to increase the build speed, even if it was something like... Why is it showing that? Anyway. Yeah, I wish there was a way to increase the build speed of stations, even if it's only... You can hire extra builders, but they can only build one module for each builder. So if you only have one module being built, it doesn't actually increase the speed of the station construction. But if you have, say, 5 modules being built and you have 5 construction ships, yeah, it'll basically build all 5 modules at once, which will cut down on total time to build the station. I have a feeling that just increased something. Let's have a look. Messages, Kruskin, Finance. So say, please be informed that after evaluation of your current assets, Kruskin Financial Bureau have assigned your organization the following rating: privateer. You are considered a nameless privateer and not noticed by anyone, and your actions don't matter on the galactic scene. That's lovely. Oh, I see. It's because my... Why is building a new station suddenly decrease my assets worth? That's funny. And better question is, where in the world am I in this area? Okay, good. I haven't gone too far. Victory is almost complete. Good. X-Wings. I need to rename that X-Wing. XJ first, because... just do that. Just because I'm a bit thirsty. I might actually have a break soon and just get myself a drink, feed cats, and yeah. But I think I'm going to wait for the Victory to finish constructing, then I'll order it down to this station, so why I'm getting a drink
Wharf.
and feeding cats and all that, the Victory will come down and hopefully be here by the time I get back. I still need to build some, I think, arc fighters. I have to check how many I can actually dock onto the Victory, and possibly the Dreadnought. I think I might actually bring in both the Victory and the Dreadnought. That means I've got 2 ships, a lot more fire, maybe even bring in the Architens. Basically have it so I will hopefully have enough firepower to destroy the fighters, and then once all that's destroyed I can just go in with the Victory, or maybe even just the Dreadnought, because the Dreadnought has guns with 10 kilometer range on it. And if I mod them, I can actually have 11-kilometer range. So, tempting. Anyway, I was coming here to see if I could get a better shield, possibly. S-tab. That looked like they might be better. Yep, high shield points, less recharge delay by a ton, and if I put an R2 on it, even better. Look at that. Now, XJ CSA. I think that's what I'll call this. This way I can now modify all X-Wings. Kind of wish there was a bit easier way to modify ships like this, but whatever. Wait, why? But how? What? That makes no sense. How is it that a yeah, okay, that's weird. XJ CSA. Okay, what if I go... That is annoying. I would have thought... What I think's happening is it's not saving the modified loadout, it's saving the original one, I think is what's happening. Which is annoying. But oh well, I'll just have to go and modify each X-Wing by itself. Once they're modified, I should be able to just go and... I should really pay attention to what I modded. Yeah, I should be able to just go and save the loadout, but it's still annoying that I have to go through and do this. I'm glad I didn't build more than 4 of these, because that could have been a pain. Okay, there we go. They're gonna go get modified. I think I'm gonna go arc. Might modify the arc loadout just so 1, it's got combat, and 2, it's got the targeting computer. I actually don't know if that makes a difference. But maybe it does. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know. And I forgot entirely. I was going to check what the fighter capacity is on for Victory and the Dreadnought. So Victory is 5. Dreadnought I think's only 2. So 7. 7 is what I can do. I have 4. X-Wing, so I just need to build 3 arcs. And there we go. Done. I expect all of these fighters to die though. Did that save? Yes, good. It did save the correct loadout. Oh look, the price has gone down while I wasn't looking. I love that. Anyway, 3 of those. So probably the thing to do is bring the Victory into firing range of the station so it attracts attention of the fighters. Back it up again with and have it join up with the Dreadnought and launch the fighters. I think that's probably the way to go. Is there any interesting missions here? Come on. Nope. I was hoping it was going to be something else. Where is the victory? Okay. Where? I'm not going to be taking this fighter out again. I'll probably end up flying one of the XJs, I think. So I don't think I need this, plus there's
Docking
nowhere
granted.
to dock it anyway.
Dreadnought class cruiser.
Oh yeah, we got it. It's upside down. Just trying to think what would be a good
Wharf.
good view to leave it on. Oops. Is it
Hello there.
slightly awkward to get out? Yeah, not too much activity going on in this place. But it should do. Anyway, I'll be back soon. Gonna get drink, feed cats, all that stuff. And yeah, I'll be back. And I'm back. And I just realised I left it tabbed off the game, so the frame rate's not too good. Fortunately, the game doesn't like... Well, it changes, I think, the simulation when you're tabbed out of it. It's either simulation or how it renders. It also gets rid of the sound, so that's slightly annoying. So yeah, my victory should be here now. And it's not, so I was wrong. Hopefully I did order it. Yep, it's just arrived. Good. It looks like my new stations should be constructed pretty quickly. Well, as quick as you can when you got a 22-minute module and all other ones. It's not going to be finished by the end of the stream, basically, because I'll probably end the stream in an hour's time. One day I gotta try this ship in combat. I don't want to do it against the Vong because it'll get destroyed. But yeah, it might be a fun ship. Because it's got it's got 4 big guns and a turret on top. I just have to modify its speed a bit because it's a bit slow for my taste. Anyway, I need to repair the Delta 7. Oh, I can put KX5s. If I could put KX7s on here, I would, because I really like those guns. Okay. So, victory's taking its time. Not sure. I'm going to be interested to see where it docks on this, because the Dreadnought's there and looks like there's only one other dock it can go to, unless it actually goes into the construction base. Anyway, I want to bring my arcs down. Probably have 2 dock on the Dreadnought, and have one of them dock on the Victory. Then have the XJs also dock on the Victory. Actually, I wonder if I should bring in my AEG 77E Corvette. I still have... Why is there an ARC 170 there? Anyway. Yeah, I still would be worried to get wrecked by the Vong fighters because they're nasty. The good thing about the AEG 77 is it has no recharge delay. It's basically a small light freighter sized ship with the capabilities of a corvette. That's saying I'm now of some importance to people because my assets have gone up or something. Yeah, 59,000 shields, but it's got recharge rate of 445, so I'm not sure how it would go. It's got 6 turrets on it, so it's kind of designed to go against fighters, but considering I can take one out in an ARC 170. I do need torpedoes though, but I can take one out. it's not as good as anti-fighting as you'd think it would be. But at the same time, I don't think there is any corvette which is better at anti-fighter stuff. Is that Victory docked yet? Dreadnought. Man, I wish you could organize your ships into different categories. Because I would love to be able to just go, okay, all my freighters and stuff which aren't set to stations, just put them in their own little thing. All the ships I randomly fly around, put them in their own thing. All my Lothal defense ships, put them in their own little group. Like, you can put them into fleets, but then they're in a fleet, so you can't really use them as well. Or independently of each other. I mean, they work alright together, but yeah. Insert these two I could technically put in a fleet and they'd be fine. Okay, yeah, so docked in the thingamabob. Can I teleport to the station? No, I can't. Actually, I probably would have been better to teleport to the Victory, because then I could just use its teleporter to go to the right part of the station. Ship dealership. Oh good, it did teleport. So I'm not sure what upgrades I'm going to be able to do on these ships, because I used up a lot of them last time. So I've only got 4 Tarrant upgrades. I'm debating whether to put them on the lasers, increase their speed, but I don't think it really needs it. I do want to increase the range of this Tarrant here, so I want projectile speed, increase the range to nearly 10. I think I'm not going to bother with any other mods right now. Shields, I don't know. Like, I don't think increasing the shields is going to help that much. Oh, okay, I do have 2 engine mods. I must have picked up 2 in the battle. So I will be increasing its speed. So that's good. I do wonder about armor plating, but at the same time I kind of feel like if it has to rely on its hull points, it's already doomed. Especially if it's fighting, well, fighters, because it can't escape. So I think for now I'll leave that alone. It also means if it blows up, I'm not wasting. Yeah, I'm not wasting mods. I'm almost tempted to do something with this. I'm not sure. Problem is, if I go capacity, I lose 120, brings me up to 528 from 450. You know what? I'm kind of tempted. Let's just see what recharge rate gives. 16, but I lose. I'm not sure if it's worth it. So I get, what, 200 recharge was it? And I think it recharges every... Actually, I'm not sure what the tick rate for recharge is. I'm going to presume every second.
Awaiting orders.
Yeah, I don't know. Might just do additional shield banks.
Awaiting orders.
Give it a bit more heavier shields. Let's see. Kind of wish it would tell me how many turrets I have. Anyway, so on the Dreadnought, if I increase the range of its single turbo lasers, I think that's actually going to be worth it. Because there's a lot of these guns and they can actually all fire, unlike on the Victory. So these mean one weapon mod. If it was 2, I'd go and mod the laser turrets on the Victory. Okay, so that should be good. And I also want to do engine thrust. That way it's the same speed as Victory. Yeah, no, that should do. So this thing's firepower is 5,000, Victory's is 7,000. Yeah, it should be all good. I have fighters. Actually, probably should assign them properly, so I'm not messing with. I think intercept for commander's the right one to do if you wanted to intercept fighters. I really need to try out fleet stuff more often. And then XJs, where are they? Assigned to intercept. And what else? Default response to attack is ignore. Just so these don't move when they get attacked. Let's see, loadout. Let's go docked for now. I think when you have them docked, they don't launch until you tell them done docked, which if that's the case, that'll be good. Anyway, I want these two to maybe fly about here. Then I think I want my architects to also fly here, and maybe I don't know. Is there any fighters attacking? Also, somewhere along the line the cat knocked my mic away. Anyway, yeah, so I don't see any fighters attacking, so I might send my Defender Corvettes over as well. So hopefully this will be enough to take out the fighters, and then I can destroy the station, possibly with Dreadnought. I kind of actually want to do that, just because it kind of feels right that a Dreadnought called Dreadnought's Revenge destroys the station which destroyed the previous dreadnought I built. I wish there was a patrol mission in Lothal. Sometimes I wish the game was a bit smarter how it chooses its patrol missions. Like, it feels like there should always be a patrol mission in a sector where there's always, well, enemy fighters around, harassing all the ships in that sector. Oh, this station's all good. All it needs is time and it will finish being made. And then eventually I'll buy microchips, blueprints, so then I can expand it into a fully proper chip production station. Currently got smart chips.
Awaiting orders.
Eventually gonna have to buy some freighters and miners for it, but since it's under construction there's not much point right now. Where is the victory? I don't know why I'm teleporting to victory right now, apart from it might be nice to watch as it travels. I still love the little step ladder.
Awaiting orders.
Awaiting orders.
Actually, it's one of the interesting things about these little pits. How do you get in and out of them? Like, there's no visible doors. And so I've always liked the idea that these little sections here might be doors. And in reality, the sides are probably too high up to actually climb out of. Like, I think the one in the actual movie is probably forehead height or higher. So yeah, that's not going to be easy to climb out of. Don't suppose my dreadnought's around. If I added the dreadnought to this fleet, I could have had it fly in synchronization with this. But I have a feeling it's going to beat the victory there. Which is funny since I think they're both the same speed.
Jump completed. Lothal.
Trying to think if I want to have these defend commander, intercept for commander. I mean, eventually they'll just be removed. But I kind of want them to defend my Arc-10s because I kind of don't want to lose it. I like the ship. It's not actually the best combat ship, but for now I'm just going to have them defend. If I lose these, it's gonna slightly suck just because the crew... Well, actually, the crew isn't that great. I was expecting them to be a bit better. Because I've been fighting the Vong in this sector for quite a while, and yet they're only 2-star. Slightly disappointing, actually.
Can I help?
Might as well make sure I have a reasonable pilot on board. If I could be bothered, I'd also make the fighters.
Can I help?
Yeah, I'd make the fighters better pilots, but I can't be bothered I expect them all to die. So there's no point wasting pilot seminars.
X-Wing XJ3.
Kind of feels like could fit a couple more fighters in this hangar bay. Of course, the thing is, it has to also fit bigger fighters and bigger ships. I'm not sure what the biggest S-class ship is, but yeah. And so it would be nice because it looks like you could fit a squadron of fighters in this bay. Actually, probably a tiny bit more, but squadron I think is a nice number, which is 12 fighters. Which kind of fits it with I think it's like half the complement of a victory. Like, I think they are 2 squadrons. I don't know. It's one of those things I don't remember off my head. I could tell you how many fighters fit in a ISC 72. Okay, so what I think... Oop, almost crashed into that dreadnought. Yeah, shows how much big this ship is. Looks like you could fit definitely 2 dreadnoughts in the same size. It's actually probably more, but
Awaiting
yeah.
orders.
Kind of wish the cursor would hide when you do hide HUDs. That'd be nice. See if I can get a nice angle on this fleet. I don't think I'm going to get all the Defender corvettes just because I kind of want to... Something like that should be a good angle. There we go. Maybe just wait for that Defender go in front of the Dreadnought. Okay. So, gonna save as usual, and I'm trying to think how I want to bring the ships in. Maybe order them into the area? I'm not sure. The problem is I don't want them getting too close initially. If they get too close, they'll either get engaged by the station or aggro the fighters before I'm ready to fight them. Which reminds me, I need to set my ships so the lasers are set to attack fighters. Actually, kind of tempted to get a equipment dock just so I could go buy some blueprints for the good dual lasers that the Rebel Alliance, not Rebel Alliance, New Republic sells. So I think for now, set these to attack all enemies. because I'm not versed in capital ships, so I want them to shoot fighters when possible. I really wish there was a way you could group all your different weapon groups together, so you could just go, all of my turbo lasers is one group, and then I can just go attack all enemies for that. It would be nice, just because in combat you might want to just switch, say, your lasers to missile defense, and sometimes the quickest way to do it is just switch everything and then switch the ones you don't want to be on that setting to something else. Shame missile defense kind of means your lasers will only shoot missiles. Would be nice. I remember in X3, missile defense meant that they would prioritize missiles, but when it wasn't prioritizing the missiles, it would attack fighters, and it was really nice. That I can just... Actually, that's already set up right. And these are set up right as far as I'm concerned. Actually, no, I might put these to attack fighters, because hopefully they might avoid going after the station, and I don't want them going to the station. Yeah, I might fly the Victory in close first. Like, get it in 20 kilometers
Use
out,
long armed beacon.
and then I'll be able to tell where I want my ships to fly to. Because currently I'm not sure how far away they will be if I just order them to fly in. And I don't want them coming in right on top of the station because they'll die. They'll die horribly, probably. They never did repair that structure I destroyed. So... yeah, as long as I approach from this angle, I think I might be semi-safe. I don't know why it's lagging so much when I'm looking here. I thought I'd put this into travel mode. Also going to just turn down screen space reflections again. I haven't feel it might have gone out of travel mode when I did that. Oh no, it's in travel mode, good. Okay, to kill it. There we go. That is perfect. I hope. Oh no, here we come. Dreadnought. And of course it's on the wrong height. Dreadnought. Where's the arc? Actually might have that come in behind so it's not too close to the station, since I don't want to lose its escorts. Okay, so next thing is I want V set to launched. Oh, I don't know why that's lagging so much. I actually thought they would have launched. Maybe it's because there's no attack order.
You're cooked.
Don't know why it's lagging. When it wasn't lagging before.
X-Wing XJ3.
So I can just kind of sit back and relax and watch the frame rate suffer.
Awaiting orders.
You're finished.
Sorry about that.
Oh, Dreadnought and Narcotin have entered the fray. Excellent. I think this is going to work out. I hope I'm right and not wrong, but yeah, I think this is going to work out.
I'm going to wipe you out.
Awaiting orders.
Get off my brain.
Awaiting orders.
And I think that's all of them. But the problem is, when I attack the station,
Awaiting orders.
it might launch more fighters.
Thanks for your help.
I'm going to order these guys to redock. For a second there I thought that X-Wing was destroyed and was just debris floating past. But yeah, order them redock. I don't think did I actually lose any of them? There's 3, 4, 5. No, they're all good. That one, yeah, and they're not even damaged. Yeah, that worked good. Okay, so now I just need to move
Von armed beacon.
into range of this station. I'm hoping my turrets are just slightly longer range than their ones. Okay, so this is going to be easy, just going to attack my current enemy. As I said, I'd love to be able to put these into their own little weapons group so I can just, instead of having to go change all to attack my enemy and then change these to attack fighters, I could just go all turbo lasers attack my enemy and it won't affect the other ones. Fortunately, I'm going to have to... Oh no. That can't be good. Okay, so that has a 17-kilometer range, or 17.5. What I think I need to do is move down a bit, so I'm more horizontal to the station. Or on the horizontal plane. Apparently not. I'm really wondering what the angle on those things are, because I kind of wish I had armed my fighters with torpedoes, because you know what I'd do right now if I could? I'd order them to go and blow that up, but if I can actually find it. Actually, I can't because there is no way to order that. So that might actually be a problem. Why it's got that turret on there. I don't think I can attack it from range without being shot at. So what I'm hoping, if I move a bit... I don't know. I'm hoping if I move a bit to the side, I might be able to orientate it so maybe the turret doesn't get me. But I don't think that's going to be the case. I actually wish I'd increased the shield recharge rate on this ship. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to back off. Order my fighters to arm up with torpedoes and then maybe see if I can find that laser thing and order them to destroy it. The problem is I don't think there is a actual weapon hardpoint for that. No, there doesn't appear to be. Okay, so I need to move back out to 17, let my shields recharge, and maybe come back in again and just... I don't know, destroy the station? I don't know. I'm actually very tempted to see if I can just get a ship with bigger guns. .6, okay, I'm good at 17.6 by the look of it. It's just weird because I think the last time I attacked it, there was no turret attacking me. Like, the beam wasn't attacking me, but I remember when I was trying to run away in the Dreadnought, the biggest problem was I got out of the weapons range, but that big laser turret was continuing to attack me along with the fighters. Okay, let's see. You know, I might be good. I might be good. I'm at 16.8 kilometers, and that thing was shooting me at a bit over 17, so I might be out of its firing angle now. Does mean that if I want to bring the Dreadnought in, I'm going to have to bring it down and to a similar plane as this ship, which I might have to do manually. I might actually, hopefully this ship, I need to remove its move order. Victory. Get rid of that order. That can stay, it doesn't really matter. And I'm going to teleport to the Dreadnought. I'm not going to bring the Architens in because I just don't want to risk it. And if that laser starts firing on Architens, it's probably going to go.
Victory 2, Star Destroyer.
So I think I'm going to stick this behind it and then move it into position on the right side. Man, I'm going to pick up that arc at some point. So I really, really want to destroy this station this stream. Like, if I don't, fair enough, but yeah. If I can, I will. Okay, I don't have enough to buy myself a Venator. Because if need be, I can just bring in a Venator. And a combination of its shields and its heavy guns range should allow me to attack the station pretty easily. Yeah. I think that should do for now. So, I don't want the Dreadnought being the first to engage the station, just in case there's another swarm of fighters. Kind of wish it was a bit easier to position your ships than having to manually do it if you want to be very careful in where they're placed. But can't have everything. So let's see. Okay, 15. Not getting shot at. If I start getting shots from the station's other turrets, I might have to back off again. Especially since I can't target individual modules, which would be great. I could target the turrets on the modules though, and the ship might shoot the module down. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Firing range. In theory it's in firing range now. So yeah, apparently not going to fire. Okay, so singles are the ones with the greatest range. Let's just see if I move to the side. Will it shoot? Nope. 9.765. Why is it not shooting the station? Okay, let's try something different. I swear I just saw some shots being sent my way. Attack all enemies. There we go, that works, apparently. Sometimes this game finds ways to annoy me. Okay, attack all enemies. Defend. No, why do I want them? I want that attack fighters. Might keep that on defense so it's not wasting missiles.
Is that the best you've got?
Yeah, it is trying to shoot me. It's got one turret which is just slightly out of range. And looks like we have some fighters attack my Arc-10s. They're going to go down. Especially since I seem to be concentrating on my corvettes rather than the actual Arc-10s itself.
Requesting immediate backup.
I may send the Dreadnought's Arc-170s to help. Actually, I might send both fighter comp, maybe just arcs. No, I'm going to send them all. Get rid of as many fighters. I'm kind of worried because they're going to then go attack the station. But it looks like the main thing I wanted to do, which was get some of the fighters off to attack, has happened. So now I'm going to bring in the dreadnought and hopefully get it to shoot the station. And preferably not my ship, so I might attack capital ships, ships, and more ships. I'm hoping that would cause it to shoot the station, not my fighters. Not my fighters, my Victory, because it's going to be sitting right next to Victory, and if I'm going to be shooting at fighters, I want it to just be laser cannons. 6, 5, 4, 2, 1, in range. There we go. That's, I don't know why the Victory doesn't want to do that. Anyway, how's this going? Seems to be going alright. That defender's getting a bit damaged. I think my fighters are good. I might... Where's an XJ? Go teleport into the XJ and have a little bit of fun.
Explain XJ3. You're dead.
If the stupid thing doesn't keep getting out of my fire range. Whoops. Sometimes mouse and keyboard is... I'm not sure how joystick goes in this game. And overheated. Come on, come on. There we
You're
go.
dead.
I might lose one of my defender corvettes. Oh, what the... What in the world is that shooting at? Oh no. You fly away. I'm gonna have to order these out of range. Sorry, Ark, but you're gonna have to move. Because you're too close. And... yeah, no, that defender corvette's gonna go away, unfortunately. And not in the good way.
You're dead.
Fortunately, it's got in range with the laser on the beacon, so it's gonna die, I'm pretty sure. Shame, but whatever.
You're dead.
Come on, lasers, cool down.
Awaiting orders. Thank you.
Get out of here.
Come on. No, we're about to overheat. It's funny, I think the Delta 7 was actually better in causing damage. Like, I think its guns just had slightly more damage per hit. But this thing's just got continuous fire, which I like.
Irrigate.
I need to go help that defender, I think. Once I destroy this one, I'm going over there. Just wish these would cool down a bit faster. I think they just destroyed a module on the station.
Thank you.
Come on. Yeah, the biggest problem is these lasers just don't do enough per hit. Like, I'm getting lots of hits in, but oh man, it's taking ages to get. Oops, and I got hit.
Irrigate.
It was worth it. Okay, I might not be able to defend my defender. What is my other fighters doing? I have a horrible feeling I have lost most of them. I've lost a defender. I have lost a few fighters. I've lost. I think I've lost all my X-Wings. Proving the Arcs were the best choice. Well, almost all the X-Wings. I'm in one of them, but yeah, this might be a problem.
Oh, critical.
Okay, I need to teleport out. Because I don't want to lose this ship. Because I like it. No particular reason why. I'm gonna order it out. I'm gonna go, I think, to the Victory. Because I want to try to get the Victory into range of the station. Because I'm kind of annoyed that even so it has turrets in range, they're not actually shooting the station. Also, what is that fighter doing? So I might... These fighters here, I'm going to get rid of attack targets in range order. Because what's going to happen is they're going to get destroyed by the station. Or get destroyed while attacking the station. Either way, it's not good. Set the fighters to launch. That should do. I want singles to capitals.
Yuuzhan Vong.
Thanks, Hero.
I'm not really sure why my ships aren't really shooting the station. Apart from... Yeah, apart from maybe they need to get a bit closer, because it looks like the only module left is a center one.
Damage is getting serious.
Good. Okay, so the good news is it looks like the station is basically, well, basically not good. It's almost... I don't think the center module has any weapons. The bad thing is my ship does not appear to be attacking the station, which is kind of annoying when it does that. There's no reason it can't shoot it, apart from it just doesn't have a good angle on the main module. So I think I'll move these to the side, either side, so they hopefully can shoot the station. Okay, I think it's shooting the station finally. Either that or it's just shooting fighters around the station and in the process is hitting the station, but that's fine by me. Actually, I need to...
Goodbye.
I need to order my missile turret to attack fighters, because I don't need it wasting its ammo on the station. Teleport to Dreadnought. I might lose both these ships to the fighters, but if I take out the station in the process, I'm happy.
Sorry about that.
Still not sure why it doesn't. It annoys me that it doesn't want to shoot the station, even so it is in weapon range. I mean, it's almost in laser range, that's how close I am. Well, at least one of them's shooting the station. I think the only problem is if I spread these out too far, they can't help each other out with fighter defense.
Awaiting orders.
So I'm going to set singles to attack my current enemy, see if they actually do anything. And I might send my other ones to just attack all enemies.
You're dead.
Why is there... What? Why is there a fighter in my ship? That's not good. I have a feeling that's might have...
Fusion bomb on beacon.
Yeah, okay. This ship's just not going to attack. So I'm just going to set it attack all enemies. And it should be good. So far, it looks like I'm able to tank the current damage. I'm almost tempted to bring in the Architens just to get a bit more firepower now. Ha! I lost that second defender Corvette. I'm not too surprised. They work better out of sector than in sector. I think if I was to bring the Architens in, though, I have to fight it myself. You know what? I'm going to bring it in. So I'll bring it in about this distance and then fly it in. I'm also going to try to reorientate this Dreadnought again. If I can get it a bit more to the left, I might be able to shoot the station. There we go. I mean, by the time the Architens get here, I think the station's going to be gone. Can I get it so it shoots all of its turrets? Hey, K-Man. I actually think that's probably not working right. I'm not sure if this is shooting enough turrets. I think I'm better just to slightly angle it this way, so... Yeah, look at that, that's much better. I can theory... Depending on how the weapon pods are, you could in theory fire... no, you can't. You could only fire 2 forward, by the look of it. Okay, so teleport Arctans. Let's get stuck on something. Where is... The problem is I'm too high up. I'm pretty much going to get shot by that laser as I go down. So, theory, travel drive a bit. This ship's faster than my other two, but... I still don't want to get hit by the lasers. So that's kind of a nice view. Whoop. I think I did too much. I didn't cancel it quick enough. Damn it. Oh no, I got it perfect. Just somehow I had a tiny bit of being shot at. So that's 18. Actually, what's my turret set to on this thing? Attack all enemies, attack fighters. Yep, that's good. %, 3%. I'm just gonna quickly pause just so I can position this thing, get the camera nice, hide the HUD. Oh, that's disappointing. I was expecting a bigger explosion. Oh well, at least that ended up successful. I did lose a victory earlier on in the stream, but now I actually have a smallish fleet. I lost all my escorts, apart from the Architens, because I didn't want to risk losing it. Might just teleport over to the victory. That's still kind of cool that you can just go and look out the window at it.
Hello there.
Oh yeah, that's a nice view. And yeah, no, I think that might be all for today. It's a good spot to end. And yeah, anyway, I think next stream I may go by Venator. If that hard cell transport is still there, I'll also try to go grab that. And yeah, we'll see what else can do next stream. And as usual, I'll be doing stuff off stream, probably just building a defense platform in Imperial space. But yeah. Also, if you want to watch previous streams, I'm starting to put them up on my YouTube, somewhere in my profile on Twitch. Oh yeah, I've been doing that. Still got a couple to go. Takes a while. Oh yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope to see you next time. And yeah, I hope you enjoy yourself. See ya.